Welcome to day 3. Surround yourself with trusted advisors and experts. The Retail Solve Blueprint to teach you everything you need to know to confidently grow and scale your brand, build a connected community of loyal evangelists, and multiply your brand's impact, sales, and profits. If we're meeting for the first time, my name is Dan Lohman. I've had the privilege of mentoring and working with hundreds of brands, from pre-revenue to multi-billion dollars in sales. This is a culmination of the best strategies that are working today. I've spent years testing and perfecting them to save you valuable time and money while giving you the edge that you deserve. If you haven't done so yet, download the free 30 Days to Prosperity workbook at retailsolve.com 30-day workbook to help you get the most out of this brand building series. And go back and listen to all the episodes in this masterclass so that you don't miss anything. The strategies build upon each other in the series. Please share these and help me raise the bar in natural. I want to take a quick minute to recap the last episode, understanding how your business works. Understanding the different roles and everyone plays in your business and how they intersect, how they align with your goals and your objectives. I talked about the show Undercover Boss and how senior leadership can be disconnected about what's going on in their business or about the specific role that some of their employees play. The challenge is that most brands are very siloed, more so as they get big, as they are distracted and they get focused on what's in front of them and ignore the bigger picture. They also lose sight of your customer and how your customer shops for your product. It's imperative that you remain well connected and on mission throughout your entire organization. One of the best strategies to do that is to work with mentors and advisors. The secret to my success has always been being able to bridge the gap between marketing and sales and all the other departments, to be able to understand exactly what's going on in those departments and to be able to walk in their shoes. This is something that's critically important to your success. And if you can do this well and you can do this effectively, that's going to give you a sustainable and significant competitive edge. Now, let's focus on helping you level up your skills and give you the edge you deserve. Running a business is challenging. Most of the programs available in natural will not help you compete against the most sophisticated brands in your category. One of the advantages of working for a big brand is that they invest heavily in personal development for their employees. I am working hard to raise the bar in natural and help you level the playing field with big brands. When I worked for Unilever, I went to different trainings literally every single month, sometimes for 3 or 4 days at a time. They were fantastic, even better than a college course. I learned about negotiation. I learned about advanced strategies. I learned about marketing. I learned about time management. I learned a lot of the fundamental skills that I use today. The key thing is that those trainings are obviously very expensive, and small companies don't have the budgets or the bandwidth to make that level of commitment to their team. These trainings were invaluable, and they helped shape me. They help give me the competitive edge, the same edge I'm sharing with you here. Those trainings provided a solid foundation from what I'm able to enhance to help you keep natural. On day 1, I recommended that you listen to podcast episode Secrets 115 with Michael J. O'Donnell with the Bulletproof Food and Beverage Group, Success equals Brand Strategy plus Execution, to help you see what's possible and why this matters, and how these advanced strategies can help open doors while exploding your sales and profits. We also discussed how I believe that food business entrepreneurs shouldn't have to also be perpetual full-time fundraisers. There's a better way to grow and scale your brand. Sadly, in this industry, we spend most of our time teaching brands how to raise money, and then we essentially tell them to hand the keys to your brand to someone other than you to sell your product. I don't think that's a good strategy. The same cookie-cutter strategies that they're using with other brands will not differentiate your brand. I believe that you need to set the marching orders for your brand and have others execute your strategy on your behalf. If you're going to hire a broker or an agency or a distributor, you need to be able to hold them accountable the same as you would an employee that works for you. In fact, the article that got me noticed featured that strategy. It was published by New Hope in the Natural Food Merchandiser. It led to hundreds more articles published in every trade publication, including several keynote and featured speaking opportunities. The point is that these strategies are resonating with brands and that they can make a huge impact on your future. When Expo West was canceled, I leaned in and launched a free weekly webinar series where I find the best experts to answer your most pressing questions. Links to the replays are available on the events page of my website. There are a lot to choose from, with more coming. Check out the Brand Secrets and Strategies podcast, brand building courses, articles, and other content while you're there. The idea for that article was simple. The brand would formulate the strategy and leverage their broker partners to execute on their behalf. Brands need to own their strategy. We already talked about how running a business is hard. There's a lot to running a business and so much that you need to know to be successful. Since you don't have years to spend in higher education, finding a mentor or a group of mentors is the quickest path to level up your skills. They will guide you and keep you on track. I've included several podcast recommendations below to help you get the most from a mentor or advisor. There are a lot of benefits from working from a mentor. Think of a mentor as an advisor or a business coach. They have already conquered the mountain, and now they have the skills to help guide you. A great place to start is with industry networking groups. There are a lot of talented experts who love offering a helping hand. That is one of the things that makes natural. All of us working together to raise the bar. The rising tide floats all boats. Meet and talk to a lot of people. Get to know them. And at the very least, they may become your sounding board for future ideas. A quick word of caution though. Don't make the conversations all about you and your brand. Focus on how they had success growing their brands. Their stories will inspire and educate you. I've had the privilege of sharing a lot of their stories on the podcast. It's always a great idea to hear what worked and what didn't work. More importantly, you can hear about their biggest challenges and how they overcame them. When you show an interest and begin listening at industry groups, they will begin to return the favor by asking more about your brand and the struggles that you're having. Meeting and speaking with fellow entrepreneurs at networking events will also give you an idea of the questions that you should be asking when you have an opportunity. Networking groups are also a great place to find and interview potential mentors. You want to make certain that you choose the right mentor or advisor, one that shares your values and aligns with your mission. You want to interview a lot of different advisors and get the flavor for how they work for brands. You also want to understand how they interact with brands, what their skill sets are, and how they can help you. You want to surround yourself with people that can help guide you and support you. You also want to surround yourself with people that are going to hold you accountable. So for example, when you're working with an advisor, you put together a strategy. You brainstorm with the advisor about what that strategy looks like and how you should implement it. Then you put it together and you leverage it with your advisor to hold you accountable. Again, this is where lofty ideas turn into actionable results. Big brands rely heavily on advisory boards. An advisory board is a group of advisors who meet on a regular basis to review brand performance and assess your strategies. They help identify key opportunities and hold you accountable. I recommend that if you don't have advisors, that you get one. Remember to surround yourself with advisors that have different skill sets that complement each other. You don't want a bunch of people that are on the sales side of the business. You want people that understand marketing and finance and sales and production and all the different aspects of your business. You want to surround yourself with people that can give you a well-rounded education, people that have experience in the industry, and more importantly, people with a proven track record. You want to make sure that they're a good fit for your brand, and you also want to make sure that they understand the difference between your customer, the customer that buys your product, as well as the customer who purchases your competitor's product. This is critical to your success. Surrounding yourself with the right people is going to help you grow incrementally, and it's going to give you the competitive edge that you deserve. For additional inspiration, listen to podcast episode Secrets 196 with Brad Barnhorn, Leveraging Wisdom to Unlock the Full Potential of the Leadership of Your Brand. Brad Barnhorn is one of the most celebrated, recognized, and influential advisors in our industry. He shares a wealth of information in this podcast episode. And what really inspired me is how he talks about how he works with brands and how he helps hold them accountable and how he acts as a sounding board. You can learn a lot from Brad Barnhorn, so you definitely want to listen to that episode. Podcast episode 196 with Brad Barnhorn. Next, I recommend that you listen to Secrets 81 with Greg Fleischman with Foodsters and Purely Righteous Brands, connecting generations with love and a passion for real food. Greg does a phenomenal job of telling the story about Foodsters, how the product was created, and how they leverage advisors to help them grow and scale. More importantly, he also talks about the companies that he advises for, how he works with those brands specifically as an advisor, and how he mentors others in the industry. You're definitely going to check that out. You're going to learn a lot from Greg. Secrets 81 is an episode that you're definitely going to want to listen to. Then I recommend that you listen to Secrets 46 with Alex Hannafin from Alpine Start and Naturally Boulder. Community is the magic ingredient behind every brand success. This is exactly what we've been talking about throughout this entire series. The secret of your success is the community that you surround yourself with. Now, I'm going to be talking later about how you want to build a community around your brand of loyal shoppers. We'll save that for later, but for now, we want to focus on the community that helps support your brand. The community of fellow entrepreneurs that are on the same journey, on the same path that you are, that can help guide you and inspire you. The same group of entrepreneurs that have some of the same challenges that you do. And what's best about this is by working with them, you can get a different understanding or flavor of some of the different ways you should be thinking about the problems you're trying to solve. I'll bet that if you talk to the different people in your group, they're going to give you a lot of ideas that you haven't even thought of yet. Definitely want to check out Secrets 46 with Alex Hannafin of Alpine Start and Naturally Boulder. By the way, Alex is the president of Naturally Boulder, so she's an expert in this, and she's a great communicator and connector throughout the industry. After that, I recommend that you listen to Secrets 219, How a Committed Community Can Help You Explode Sales While Fighting Hunger, with Amanda Rodriguez, a startup CPG. This is a pretty new startup group, a networking group. What I love about startup CPG is how they interact, how engaging they are as an organization. They use Slack as their messaging board, and they do a phenomenal job of keeping people engaged. You're definitely going to check them out. I'm a huge fan of what they built, and of course, I'm also a huge fan of their underlying mission, fighting hunger. You'll definitely want to listen to Secrets 219, How a Committed Community Can Help You Explode Sales While Fighting Hunger. Tip of the day, you are not alone. Find a trusted mentor and or advisor. Join mastermind groups that educate, inspire, and hold you accountable. I've recorded a video with this that illustrates additional information that I can't share on an audio podcast. You can watch the accompanying video on the podcast webpage, and you can get there by going to Brand Secrets and Strategies/session 229. In tomorrow's show, we'll talk about how to set yourself up for success. This episode will build on today's conversation. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to seeing you in the next show.